Hello YouTube, Scott here, talking about the movie The Ritual. The Ritual is a recently released Netflix movie. I've heard some good things about it. If you look on the hashtag on Twitter, there's a lot of good positive buzz about it. The movie's fantastic. It's not perfect, there's some flaws, but I went in to check this out basically blind. The only thing I read about it besides some buzz I heard online was the synopsis that's on Netflix. And I didn't see the trailer. I still haven't seen the trailer. And that synopsis just says that four friends with a strange connection take a trip through the Swedish wilderness, in the one that they may never return from. Yeah, I mean that's basically it. I'll add a little bit more. I really like the story of this movie though. Actually, I'll also tell you that they're safely hiking through like the Elven Mountains in Sweden, but then they decide for a certain reason they decide to take a shortcut through the woods, and that's when stuff goes really bad. Once they go through the woods, and the movie becomes really interesting, and that's when shit gets bad for them. Uh, and honestly, from the second they started going into the woods, I was hooked. I really appreciate there was like not for the reason that they went into the woods itself, but the whole reason that they're going on this trip at all. There's a very good reason for that. It's a very emotional reason that provides a lot of emotional weight, and a lot of the emotion in this movie is because of this event that happens that just makes them go on this trip. It provides a lot of character stuff, character development for one of the characters in particular, and then it provides a lot of drama and conflict between the group. And that was really fascinating, and I really love that part. Once they get in this forest, they start seeing weird stuff, it's like a bear or some animal corpses hung up from a tree all gutted. They start seeing weird stuff. They start getting lost. They start having like these nightmares, starts messing with them psychologically, and they start to think they're being hunted by some creature. The first two-thirds of this movie are very atmospheric, very creepy, very kind of slow. It's like a slow burn for the first two-thirds, but then the third act ramps it up. It's very kind of explosive, it's much bigger third act. I think it was really cool that we had like this slow build up to that though. There's this creature in the movie that's hunting them. I mean, I'm not going to describe anything, but I really love how this creature looked. The creature design is just fantastic, and it's very terrifying. It's a very scary monster. I think it's really cool. I really appreciate that for most of the movie you don't really see the monster. You get quick glimpses of it. It's your imagination makes it more scary until then in the last 10 minutes or so you really see the character. You just really see the creature a lot. And then it's terrifying still, but I think it was cool that they kind of worked its way up to that, and kind of just like teased you with the monster for a while. It was a really effective use of the creature in this movie. This whole movie is really effective, very terrifying. I already never really want to, but I definitely don't think I'm ever going camping or hiking again because of this movie. Not again, I haven't, but I don't think I ever will be. This movie, I'm pretty sure it's going to stick with you, it's going to stick with me, and it's going to make you terrified of the woods. I love the whole atmosphere of this movie. The setting the setting of the woods really worked really well. It's kind of like a character in the movie. People say sometimes this is one of those things that the woods is very much kind of like a character in the movie. There's some great cinematography in there, and the score was really good. The movie, I mean, it's not exactly original. I mean, you read the synopsis, hear me describe, you probably think of the Blair Witch Project, which honestly I'm not a big fan of that movie. I would absolutely say this movie is what the Blair Witch Project should have and could have been. Way more intense, exciting, and effective than the Blair Witch Project. I find that movie pretty boring. This movie's not. It's very, very ominous, very creepy, and very intense and exciting. Very creepy. I think this movie worked in being what Blair Witch Project could have and should have been. It's like the Blair Witch Project kind of for a lot of it, but way better to me. I have two complaints about this movie, and one's definitely minor, the other one's a bit more so, but it's kind of too dark in this movie sometimes. I mean, they're in the forest at night for most of the movie. I get it, but I think like I don't know, somehow should have been filmed lighter so we could see it better. Sometimes it was too hard to see what's going on. And I mean, you see what's happening. Sometimes it was a little bit too hard. And while the acting from the four of these is pretty good, and they all have some nice lines and good dynamic, I do feel characters could have been more unique and better defined. There's two of them that like I mix up completely. Like I have no idea right now like between these two like which one said which or did which. There's two characters that that's not a problem for, the main character and then one other character. But yeah, two of these characters are like interchangeable and that's kind of a problem. I mean, yeah, the characters could have been a little better, but otherwise this movie's great. I actually really like the story, and I just found this movie to be very creepy, very ominous, and very effective in that. And I love the way it amped up from it was like slow burn for a lot of it, but then it got bigger, and I really like that part. And it's a terrifying movie. I really think so. I guess an A for me. If like the characters were better, then that would be like an A plus. But they bumped down to a solid A. But still, I loved everything else that much, and like I didn't mind it. And I really like two of the main characters. Two of the characters, the main guy especially. And yeah, like I said, this is what the Blair Witch Project should have been to me. It's a way better version of the Blair Witch Project. It's a very good surprise. I honestly wasn't expecting much, but yeah, I think this movie's great. Definitely check it out. Check it out. Very effective movie that'll make you scared to go in the woods. So yeah, that's my review of The Ritual. Let me know what you think. If you've seen it on Netflix, it's on Netflix, so you can check it out on there. And yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. Click like if you like this video, subscribe to more videos, and thanks for watching. Bye.